Good day, good people. It's Glennis coming back to you with another video. I don't know if this is number 4 or number 5, but anywho, got a few things that I need to address. I haven't been on here for a while, so I haven't given y'all the rundown of what's been going on as far as my last semester and what's going on now, summer, while I'm out of school. So I got me a little cheat sheet here, a little list. So we'll start with last semester. So last semester was my second semester in nursing school, and during that semester I took med-surg, I took mental health, I took, drawing a blank, med-surg, mental health, gosh, come on, serious brain fart right now, wow. Yeah, so we took classes last semester. It'll come to me as I'm talking. Anyway, last semester was pretty difficult. I enjoyed psych. Oh, now I remember. Okay, so the other class, cultural diversity, I took last semester also. And then what was the other one? It was the writing course, which was Intro to Nursing 2, something like that. I can't remember the name of the class. It was like your intensive writing course that you take while you're in nursing school. I took that as well. So, we had clinical for psych, and also we had clinical for med-surg, of course. And med-surg was a monster. I wasn't prepared for, I was initially, I was not prepared initially for all the work that it entailed, but we got it done, of course. Same thing with psych. It wasn't so intense after taking psychology and being a sociology major, but as far as drugs and stuff like that, I didn't know nothing about psych drugs or treatment of a psych patient or much about like in-depth about psych issues until we started the class. So that was interesting. The psych clinical was an experience. I went in with a negative mindset, I will say. I went in thinking that it was going to be extremely difficult and impossible. I wouldn't be able to do it. And I'm surprised it actually wasn't bad at all. I don't think that I could see myself being a psych nurse, but I actually did look forward to our debriefing that we would do after each encounter when we would sit down and talk to our instructor. I actually enjoyed that and learned a lot from that, and just kind of talking to people. You know, I'm a big talker, so just getting to sit down and talk to people and getting paid for it sounds pretty good to me, but I don't know that I so much fit in that area. So med-surg clinical was okay. I mean, we saw a couple things, did a couple things, finally got to give meds to patients. That was the first time that we got to do that, so that was exciting. We didn't give any meds in psych. I'm not even sure I saw any meds being given other than when people were getting given cocktails when they was acting up. But other than that, I don't think we even got to see any drugs routinely given. We did do groups. We did lead a group, so that was awesome. So yeah, of course, okay, clinical, I talked about that a little bit. So last semester, which is only my second semester, was my best semester yet. I got a 3.8 GPA within the 4 class. My school does the whole A minus, B plus, B minus thing. So I ended up with an A minus in med-surg and in psych, and I got an A in clinical cultural diversity, and I also had an A in the writing intensive course, which was cool. So it was nice to see, you know, hard work paid off after all that studying. It was a lot of studying this past semester, a lot of book reading, and a lot of exams. And then I think we had 2 HESIs in each of the 2 courses, med-surg and psych. So that was something. But overall, it was a nice semester, pretty intense compared to what we were doing before. So I can say that I enjoyed it. And I'm actually excited to go on to the next one that we'll be having this coming semester. So right now, which is exciting, I'm actually in an externship for the summer, and it's not through school. I applied through a local hospital, actually one that I work for, but I'm in a rehab hospital, so it's actually at the main hospital, and they let us have a chance to kind of pick what we wanted to do. You got, I think, like 3 different ones that you wanted to do. So basically, I was interested in the ED and the ICU mainly, and I got put into the ED, so this is my first time being in the ED. It's an 8-week program. I think this is week 7, and there's so much that has happened in this externship. It's been a great experience, and actually next Monday I get my shadow day in the ICU, so I'll have that one day in the ICU, but I think I may become an ED nurse because I am in love with the chaos and confusion that takes place in the ED and just being able to talk to different people. I love talk all damn day. I could do it. So seeing so many different people, and the thing is, versus a med-surg floor or any other inpatient floor, I think that you really see a larger variety of different illnesses when people come into the ED, and especially when they come in and you have no idea what's going on. Like, you can come in on the inpatient floor. No shade to inpatient floors, by the way. No shade. When you come in with the inpatient floor, you get you get a report from the previous nurse, and you know what's going on, and it's like kind of like, maybe slight predictions you can make for what's going to happen today. Other times it's completely crazy and you don't know what's going to happen. But with the ED, I just like that element of surprise, that little element of mystery. Somebody comes in, oh, my belly hurts, and you're like, okay. And you get to like kind of really hone and use them assessment skills, ask a bunch of questions. Okay, when did your belly start hurting? What does the pain feel like? What would you give the score? And then start listening to their belly, palpate and seeing where it's tender or not. And then my favorite part, of course, is when they go run tests and I'm like itching, waiting for the test results to come back just so I can kind of see if I can diagnose them, of course, to myself quietly. Looking at the results like, oh crap, this is high, this is low. Ooh, that's out of range. Ooh, that's critical. All that excites me. So I may very well end up in the emergency department. We'll just see how that goes as we go along. I still have 2 semesters left coming up. So externship has been awesome. I can now, at first when we learned EKGs in school and rhythms and all that, I was like, this is foreign, this is French, I don't know what's going on. But now I'm actually called to go put leads on people and run their EKG and print out for the doctor, which is super duper cool because I didn't think I'd be able to do that. But now I'm like, yeah, just sit still, I got this, I get you hooked up to the machine, no problem. So I've become a blood sugar guru as well. I've been doing that. But most importantly, I've really got to kind of hone in on my assessment skills and had people quizzing me like, okay, this person comes in with this. What would you assess? Okay, so one nurse told me, let's say somebody comes in. We had a kid that came in with like a hip issue. Okay, so he said, I always go one system above and one system below. So I'm going to assess, up here, I'm going to assess down here. And people just kind of help you. People who have been there, have been in your shoes, going along, holding your hand almost, helping you through to see what it's like to be one of them. And that really helped me to kind of figure out, because you don't know where you want to be sometimes. There's a lot of people who feel like they want to be in Peds or they want to be in OB, but you really haven't seen everything. So, and for me, just because of my personality, I'm always go, go, go all the time, I figured I should probably try the ED, and I have loved it. So, we'll see how this last week goes. I'll probably try to make another update before I do that to get to this next week. And yeah, so plans for fall classes start at the end of next month, which is August. So I'll be taking Peds, and the Peds clinical. We'll have OB clinical. I'll have research. And, I'm about to get to lying because I really don't know what the other class is again. Oh, geriatrics. And of course now, majority of the population in the ED is elderly people, and I love them to death, so that should be interesting. Another thing though that I found interesting is that now, and I have to probably do a research project or something on this, the ED has really become like primary care for some people, especially the elderly and then those that don't have insurance. You'll see routine things in the ED, which has actually helped me as well, and that I find interesting. So I'd kind of like to delve into that and do some research and see if that's consistent across the board. But I bet you it probably is, because think about it. You have to pay a $100 copay to go into the ED if you have insurance versus $40 for most insurance, at least the ones that I've had, for $40 copay at the urgent care center, $20 at your primary care, and then $100 in the ED. I heard somebody had a $250 copay the other day, and it was like, oh, okay, you take credit card? I'm like, no, not for this issue. How about you just go to the primary care doctor for that? But anyway, yeah, it's interesting. It's so much stuff that you could get into in nursing. That's why it's so exciting for me, because I got the admin side down as far as school goes, but then now getting the clinical part under my belt, I'm kind of seeing where I'm going to fall into later on, but I won't let that secret out just yet. So we'll see what happens going forward. But yeah, I'm excited for the rest of this externship. Kind of sad that it's going to be finishing, because I've really kind of gotten to that mojo, the 3 days a week, getting into it and whatnot. It's been good, but all good things must come to an end. So we'll see. Anyway, I have my kids in the car and my husband in the car, and they're ready to go. So we're going to head out. All right, y'all. Take care. Enjoy your summer, and I will be back another time. All right, bye.